This morning, I would like to share with you what God has been teaching me. He's still doing it very customarily. He still teaches us every day. You see, because I like winter. And this already gives me a lot of enemies. Okay, most of you are planning my death even now. You're like, he's one of those people. We'll get him after church. Okay, put away the pitchforks. Okay, easy. I like winter. I'm not real keen on December, which seems odd for a person who doesn't like winter, because I like winter with daylight. Okay, and this time of year, your day, is about 3 hours long. Okay. The sun comes up, it tries to around 8, doesn't actually make a showing till 9. By 10, you feel like it finally got there. You have a coffee break, you go to work, you do a little bit more work, it's lunch, you look out your window after lunch, and the sun's halfway down. And you're like, I want a full day. I like winter. I like a full day so I can get out and enjoy it. Do the snowshoeing, do the skiing, all that kind of stuff. Get cold. Yeah, I don't even have long enough to get cold. And in the middle of this continuing darkness, it gets shorter and shorter, our days each day, I have Christmas. And I don't know about you, but are you ready for Christmas? Some of you are like, yeah, I did my shopping in July. Do you know what? Me too. Because I don't like shopping at Christmas time because I can't even drive near the mall. There's so much traffic. Our 2 lanes turned into 1.5. Everyone's guessing where the line is. Okay. I don't like to go out. I like to stay home. I usually get some music. Okay. Yoko always tells me, listen to Jack Johnson because he's Hawaiian. It'll cheer you up. I listen to groups from Sweden and Finland, places where it's always cold because I like the cold. It's good for me. But are you ready for Christmas? You got shopping, okay? And some of you have not even begun it. You haven't even thought about it. You're like, I'm not ready. You're not ready because of family. I know some of you have gotten married this summer and you don't know what you're going to do for Christmas. Okay. You got whole new family dynamics. If you have a new child, it's a new family dynamic. If you got just a little older, none of you have done that. It's a new family dynamic. You have school. Christmas concerts, Christmas plays? No. You have exams. Giddy up, okay? Enjoy it. You're not ready for Christmas. You have to finish your exams. You have to finish your papers. It's not Christmas till I get my mark. Then it's Christmas. Okay? I know. I have lived that life. Work doesn't stop. You'd love to do Christmas, but you got work to do. How are you going to get anything done? You still have 8 hours you have to put in. Energy. You get tired. I don't know about you, but Christmas just finds so many people tired. And then on top of it, Christmas is a spiritual, religious holiday. And with all this other stuff, you're like, I'm not ready to think about God. Christmas is God with us. I'm not ready for that. If God wants to be with me, He better start running because that's all I seem to do. It'd be nice if He could catch up. Our passage this morning comes to us in a very busy life. It's in the city of Jerusalem. Isaiah worked, prophesied, and they had been on a good run. They had gone through 4 good kings, and that meant religion and the worship of God was routine and regular, and they were good at it. The trouble is, as soon as you get good at something, you start to take it for granted. The second you learn how to play tennis, you start thinking, oh, this ain't that hard. All I got to do is get on the other side. Then you find out it gets really hard, really difficult. And that's what happened. after each generation, they got a little more used to God and worship, temple worship, and it becomes routine. And routine quickly becomes boring and tired. And sometimes Christmas feels that way too. You do Christmas year after year, and like, you know what, it's just another holiday. It's no different than March break. It's just some time off work or time off school, and there's so many things I'd love to do. And they were no different. And so they had this name put upon them as God's people. But God was in the basement, next to the box of Christmas decorations. You know it's down there, but you don't know where. You have to dig for it. We have to get ready for Christmas. The other part of it was that they had become blind. God's problem with them is that they had taken the means of God's working and they started giving all the credit to that. And so they fell into idolatry. And this is the sort of thing we do in our lives. We know God is at work in our lives. God is everywhere, God is big, and He's at work. And yet, what gets the credit? Well, I worked really hard and I did good in that class. Oh, I'm a smart boy. Get a little credit for me. That accident that just happened in front of you with those people and they're driving, and you're like, oh, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I got lucky, is what you say when you get home. You don't say, God got me through that. And we've all been there. We've all watched an accident happen just right there. And we're like, I'm lucky I didn't get into that. And we give credit to somewhere else. And God's like, I'm still working for you. And God takes issue with his people doing that. He said, I'm here, and you know I'm here. And you call yourself by my name, but you don't give me credit for everything I do for you. So he says, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. If I'm all over here, I'm out real wide, I'm going to take all my power that is spread everywhere, and I'm going to focus it down. And I do this when I try to explain prophecy to everybody. Okay, I could say kids, but anybody. If you want to understand prophecy, you take your two hands. Okay, anyone with me? You got two hands? All right. Prophecy does this. Where's that hand? You can see it, but it's hard. The hand right in front is the one that's in your face, and you kind of, oh, yeah, I see it. Our prophecy this morning is a prophecy of Cyrus. Cyrus is going to take them out of their Babylonian captivity. And that prophecy is the close one. Next week I'll tell you what the faraway one is. I'm not going to tell you this morning. Come back next week. Don't leave yet. Deal with this. But in order for us to understand it, we have to kind of turn it around. Because we're not Cyrus and the Babylonian captivity. All this that Isaiah is dealing with isn't right in front of us. But we have the same issues. So we turn it around. When you bring things in now, it brings it in really powerful. It's a little bit like light. We all got our physics degrees. Maybe not. You take something broad, you narrow it all down. It's like in the backyard where you have a hose and you turn it real wide. It's nice and soft. You can spray it in your kid's face. You put it narrow, they scream. Okay? Because it's hitting your face. You're like, it hurts, Daddy. Make it stop. And you turn it on soft again and then, oh, it's nice, it's cool, it's good. God takes prophecy and He turns it like a laser. Why? Why would He do such a thing? To get your attention. I was watching a movie because it's dark all night. Can't go out and work in the backyard, so I'm watching a movie. Captain Phillips. I love Tom Hanks. I always forget it's Tom Hanks 2 minutes after the movie starts. The first minute, oh, here's Tom Hanks. Second minute, there's Forrest Gump. I'm like, how did I make that jump? I honestly believe that man's Forrest Gump. I know he's Tom Hanks, but I'm Forrest Gump. And I'm like, you are Forrest Gump. How did you become Forrest Gump? I believe he was on the moon. I believe all kinds of strange things about Tom Hanks. I believe he can steer a cargo ship through the Straits of Somalia. God wants to get our attention. And he knows to do that, you have to shock people. Christmas is shocking. It is shocking that God would make everything in this universe about one child. That's strange and bizarre. It gets our attention. In Captain Phillips, Tom Hanks, he's like some sea captain. He's held hostage in a lifeboat with Somali pirates. And the U.S. Navy pulls up an aircraft carrier next to the lifeboat, and then pulls up a destroyer, and then some other boat. And these guys, they open the door and they're like, ugh. You see them do like a mental twitch where they're like, oh, boats aren't supposed to be that big. Okay, because the boat's like the size of Kansas. I don't know. This thing is enormous. God says, I'm going to tell you something you've never dreamed of. Something you can't conceive of. Something that if you even think of it, it's going to hurt your head. And what am I going to tell you? A virgin will conceive. Virgins don't conceive. It's easier to make a ship the size of Kansas than to make life where there is no life. And he shocks and he awes us with his glory. Why? Because we continually give out the credit to other things. We continually don't get it. And we keep saying, God, I would love to follow you, but I'm not ready. I'd love to do Christmas, but I'm not ready. I talk to a lot of you and ask you about certain steps of obedience, things going on in your life. You're like, do you know what? I would love to follow God in this, but I don't feel ready. God takes us. Behold, I have refined you, not as silver. I have tried you in the furnace of affliction. God reaches down with his glory in the middle of our mess. If he waited for us to be ready, he would never come into our lives. If you're waiting to attain to some level of perfection that you've set for yourself, and then you say, oh, now God, I'm cleaned up enough, you can come in. He would never come. It's like the people who can never have someone in their dorm room because their room's always a mess. They're like, oh, just let me clean my room, then you can come visit me. Yeah, stop by my room maybe next week because I'll clean it up and then it's okay. And some of us are that way in our homes too. We're like, don't visit my house yet. I got nasty stuff going on in the kitchen. Okay. God can't wait for you to clean up your house before he visits. We are never ready. Joseph wasn't ready. Joseph is thinking, Mary, yeah, she's a nice girl. Yes, I'm legally contracted to marry this girl. Yes, she has a baby. We don't know why. I am not ready for this. Just read over that one verse. Is that a man who's ready? That man is not ready for anything. Okay, I got married. I waited a couple years like you're supposed to. And then we have our first child. I was not ready. Okay, really not ready. I could sleep through anything. That child could be lying next to my head, screaming. That's not ready. Okay. Diaper changes where you're like, I just put that diaper on nice and snug. And he's like, that's not ready. I took the classes. I did everything you're supposed to do. You're not ready. And we're never ready. And God says, guess what? I'm coming. Prepare yourself. Why does he come then? he tells us in the verses before and after verse 10. In verse 9, "For my name's sake I defer my anger. For the sake of my praise I restrain it for you. For my own sake I do it. How should my name be profaned? My glory I will not give to another." He does it for his glory. He does it for his honor. He does it to wow you. Why does he want to wow you? For his glory. Why does God love me? If I am never ready, if my life is such a mess? For his glory. It's not about us. It's about him. And it's going to seem very, very quick that Christmas is here. Pastor Henry's away. It's my job to prepare you. So when he comes back, it's Christmas. Okay, I have to get you ready for him. It's going to come very quick. We don't have a choice. It's coming. The question is, are we going to be ready? Will we find those moments where we start giving God credit for what he's doing in our lives? Will we be able to accept that even though our lives are going to be so busy, you're going to have office parties and TYF parties and summit parties and JF parties and Trek parties and Awana parties, and well, that's my life too. And responsibilities and stuff you have to do, and I forget, it slips my mind, the name of that conference in Vancouver over Christmas, and YC, yes. You're signaling, but I'm WYC. WC. There's so much. And yet in the midst of it, there is a God who's saying, this is not about you and your busyness, this is about me. And I'm telling you this morning, you will not be able to have your life cleaned up. You will not have everything put in perfect order. All those things that have to be just perfect so your family can come over and you have the perfect Christmas holiday. It will not happen. What will happen is God will come into your life in your furnace of affliction. Okay, I hope that's not describing your family, but if it is, okay, he's coming into your life in the furnace of your affliction. If that's your math test, I'm so sorry. Okay, your furnace of affliction, he's coming into it, and he's coming into it to show you his glory. And your responsibility this Christmas is to see it and acknowledge that it's there and be awed by it.